Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another match of just another Open Rack Taiko Tournament Season 2. And yeah, this is gonna be the first match in Sunday. For your beautiful European people, that's gonna be 6 a.m. I think for North America, it could be still Saturday, however, yeah. If we're gonna talk about the UTC time, it is Sunday. We're gonna be casting Last Fortune team versus Oguri Cap Prime. I'm not here alone, however. There's gonna be Tiger casting with me. You can say hello.
Hello, and already we're seeing our rolls come out, and Team Last Fortune rolling a nice 1.
But ironically, that's the best roll Ikizoda can get, because the lower roll gets the first, second ban and first pick, which is I think more ideal for this tournament.
Yeah, although it's really not like it matters all too much. It is very funny though. But we're gonna see Team Oguri Cap Prime ban first. This is going to be a bit of an uphill battle for them because Last Fortune is just such a strong team. Got slightly upset last week by Seed 5. I think it's like the This Is Us, right, team. Take them to tiebreaker. So very, very close match that led to them being here. Meanwhile, Oguri Cap Prime lost first round against Choke Nation, seed 7.
Yeah. I mean, I would say this Oguri Cap Prime team definitely is not on the worst end. I mean, they got very strong team with very strong players like Inigo, Lava. So like that's a very, very strong three-digit team. However, like on the other side, you got the Japanese roster, like TVC roster, just basically queuing up together on this tournament, which is definitely not something you want to see in.
Oh no, that's right. Because
yeah,
Sachika and Sachika was Yakisoda on the team this year?
I'm not sure, but they're still a very, very strong Japanese player, and so is Suti, which I mean is I'm pretty sure top 11 in the world currently. So like this is definitely not a team that is can be underestimated.
Yeah, they are the highest average ranked team in the tournament. And
yeah.
gonna go with Nomad 2 as their first pick. Also, they banned DT1, which makes sense. It's the gimmick map. And gimmick is definitely, or the gimmickier picks are definitely more risky for Last Fortune because they can't just rely on skill cap. And it's very practice heavy. But this is, on the other hand, this Nomad 2, very much a skill cap map.
You could say this is your average warm-up map technically. I'm pretty sure Prosthetic had like an FC on the 1.3 times speed version. So yeah, I mean, this is like an average warm-up map, which I mean, for Japanese people, I don't think it's gonna be any problem. But I mean, Oguri Cap Prime also might not struggle with it as well. And Inigo, I know, can play those type of maps. I think Eri as well. So this could be actually much more closer than we expect if they don't miss, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, especially on the first map of the match. But it looks like we're going to see Sachika and Suti for Last Fortune, and Irie and Inigo for Oguri Cap Prime playing this.
Yeah, and off they go into the first map, No 2. 8.22 stars is, I'm pretty sure, the highest star rating we had in this tournament. And I will kind of say the starting is kind of a lie, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the patterning definitely is more on the comfortable side of things. It's just very, very bursty in different snappings.
That's true.
And 3 out of the 4 players holding a double S coming out of the intro, Inigo being the sole player to drop a 100.
Yeah, we're soon going to enter the first Ki of this map. Everyone is still holding SSs. Both Lost Fortune team players are holding SS. And now we get into the first Ki, which could potentially either drop a macro or trip some of the players. But so far, both Igris and Chicanis here are holding the SSs, but Inigo is going to find the first miss of this map, and that's a 40k lead favoring Lost Fortune. It's going to keep growing as Inigo keeps finding more and more misses. Here's the SS drops from both the Shika and the Iri, but Suti, the only SS holder of this map, and yeah, holding throughout the entire Ki.
Yeah, just one 100 being dropped from the left side of your screen so far. So it's really their game to lose at this stage. Still half the map left to go. But obviously Last Fortune quite comfortable.
Yeah, soon gonna enter the second Ki. There's 50k lead favoring Last Fortune, so that'll be a huge advantage behind their backs, and it could potentially grow bigger and bigger as Inigo dropped a little bit of 100 there before the Ki started. Everyone else is holding insanely strong. Zuti is still holding an SS. Achika is 100 behind, and Eerie with only half a percent, actually lower than both Last Fortune players. And Inigo seems like managed to hold the ribbon and holding a very decent combo of 700.
Yeah, Inigo definitely able to stabilize themselves after the incident in the first Ki, but the accuracy is still quite below everybody else, even without the misses being accounted for. This is going to leave Last Fortune to have a 60,000 point lead going into this break before the last quarter of the map. And both players, both Japanese players, still holding a 99.9 FC.
Yeah, we're about to reach the end of the map, and unless they find me, this is right now. This is going to be a very solid point for Last Fortune. So they are finding another 100, so does Achika, so there's 400 in total. Now 5, and yeah, Inigo finding another unfortunate miss there. Going into 75k score, it's favoring Last Fortune, and that's full patterns left. Will they be able to hold 99.9 act, both players? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I mean, that's a very, very solid team score right here.
Yeah.
700 in total. I mean, I would say for some top players this could maybe lose. I feel like there could be a little bit better 100 total team scores. But this is still very, very solid. I mean, enough to get a point. I mean, yeah, even Eerie managed to pull up a very decent score, but Inigo wasn't very comfortable with the map and chasing a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
still
I mean,
a very, very solid performance from all of the players.
Yeah, like even though Irie had a very good score of just under 990k, like Last Fortune, the whole team had half of her 100s. There was really nothing they could have done on that map. So hey, there's no hard feelings then. We can move on. It's their pick. See what they are want to open up with. Gonna go with Nomad 3. Alright.
Interesting. I mean, I know this team has a little bit of tech players. I mean, definitely, Lava's not gonna play it. I think Lava cannot play tech, but Iri and Inigo definitely can play tech. So I guess they want to try and tech abuse Last Fortune.
Yeah, you're getting some Terminal 11 up in here. Nice 6.5 stars, but only 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
and
they'll
really,
let the star
really
rating
only,
deceive you.
Yeah, like, we all know star rating not at all reliable when it comes to tech maps. But really the main challenge of this map is localized to the first half. So really, while there are definitely opportunities for things to happen in the last half, it's really going to be that first minute, which will be a big decider of how this map will play out. We're seeing Sachika sub in, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, wait, no. Wait, which one? Suti subbed out. I don't know which one subbed in.
Yes. Yakisel subbed in.
Okay.
I don't think Suti can play that heavy tech, so yeah. The lineup for Giga Prime will remain the same, but Yakisel will swap with Suti. And into they go into Nomad 3. And we can immediately see Inigo dropping all the way to B rank Act territory if you miss, and Eric territory.
Yeah, Inigo hitting very early on those opening patterns. Is figured out the right tempo at this point. But we're going to see both players on Oguri Cap Prime find a miss on that dense mono burst. I don't know what snapping that was, but
yeah, I don't know about it. It's definitely not very pleasant for this team, as both players are struggling to hold the accuracy and combo.
Yeah, but
Yakiso
Yakiso
did manage to, did manage to find a miss. However, Sachika is just bulldozing this team with almost 99 accuracy, which is, absolutely insane on this map.
Yeah, at least there's just only one player showing any sign of weakness on Last Fortune, but Sachika stealing the show here. Only FC on the board, just getting past that 99% mark, as Oguri Cap Prime still continues to not be able to find any combo.
Yeah, and last one for the map left, and yeah, 300k score definitely determines the winner of this map, and it's gonna be the first breakpoint. Going for Last Fortune is gonna be 2-0, and then yeah, Last Fortune now has a very great snowball effect. Going into the next map, they'll all be picking their map and possibly go to 3-0. And yeah, also that's gonna be a very insane FC from Sachika. 1300s, that's very good score.
Very much so. Kind of a misstep from Oguri Cap Prime with that pick. It looks like Irie did kind of bottom score that map. It happens.
Yeah, that's why you side read.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you can't bottom score if you don't have any other scores. Although I guess it would be a bottom score, but it'll also be a top.
And not only that, but like I feel like the side read attempt is a lot better than your other scores. I don't know why. It's just side read attempt is just the best attempt.
You see, it always feels like that when you're not sight reading, and then when you are sight reading, it goes equally as bad. But it's the method. But we're gonna see a Nomad 1 pick come out of Last Fortune here. One of the lesser played maps this week. I have not seen this played. I have no idea what this map is.
Another one. Oh, this is the most stamina-inducing map that you can ever see. Like, I lost stamina halfway through this map and I couldn't play it. I couldn't even submit the score. It's a lot of 1-6, a lot of like very heavy patterns for like bongo out, and yeah. I think Nigo is bongo, so yeah, definitely not a very suitable map for him, but maybe he's gonna be comfortable with this. I don't know.
Yeah, and Sachika setting, like, acknowledging that this is a very arm-breaking map before map even starts. So
Yeah.
when Sachika is acknowledging that, I guess there's probably some substance to that claim.
Yeah. I mean, this guy was, I'm pretty sure, 3rd place for and not anti-J, I think, Nightmare Tracking Journey.
And
Nightmare
already Sachika found the first miss of the map, and then Irie followed that up by chain missing almost an entire stream. And Inigo also found a break slightly before Irie, but far cleaner. Suti, the only FC remaining on the board, and we're only a quarter of the way through the map, and it's also a double S.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is absolute demon on 1/4 consistency maps, and you can clearly see it here. Now dropping their first 100 of the map. Yeah, not even halfway through the map already, almost getting to this 6-digit score late favoring Last Fortune. This is insanely strong, and the only real unfortunate to miss from Sachika and another one here as well. Yeah, but Inigo and Ari both not having a great time on this map. And yeah, 170k lead favoring Last Fortune is gonna keep growing. Here's a miss from Sutia, so there's not gonna be any FCs left on the map, but I don't think it's gonna really matter for this team.
Yeah, we're already seeing a 200,000 point lead for Last Fortune, and we're seeing drops come out from all sides of the scoreboard. I mean, all sides of the. Okay, I guess. Just board. Tachika does have that 99.4 accuracy, even with the multiple misses so far. So very few 100s have been dropped from him.
Oh.
Just entirely misses.
Yeah. Yeah, this map is just brutal for people who don't have that great stamina. Yeah, almost ending the map. Sutia managed to climb back to 99 AC. And they managed to hold it to the very end of the map, and yeah, very, very decent score. Look at Sachika's 100s. That's 9 misses, 300s. That is an absolutely insane score.
Yeah, just barely edging out his teammate for lobby MVP. And it's funny, both teams had pretty similar individual scores. Inigo beating out Irie just by 5,000 based off of combo alone. Irie was unable to get to that 400 combo cap, even though they had better accuracy. But yeah, that was quite brutal. Just like you said it was.
Yeah. I played the map once and I gave up after that one try because this map was just so brutal to play. But yeah, now it's gonna be Oguri Cap's prime time to pick their maps. There's still a lot of decent maps they could potentially pick against Last Fortune. They could gamble on maybe Freewill, Freewill and Death. They could gamble on maybe Eden 2, but no, they banned Eden 2, never mind. So they're not gonna pick it. But maybe something like number 4 if they wanna go for Ag Battle, which is, I mean, if you wanna Ag Battle Japanese, then go ahead.
Sure.
I think this fits better. I think this works better for them than going skill cap. I mean, this team is with Sachika is kinda same with skill cap. So
we're gonna see a flashlight pick.
Interesting. I think they got a very strong flashlight roster if I recall correctly. And Iri is not going to play this. We're gonna see Lava debuting first time in this match.
Yeah, Lava definitely the lowest skill cap player on Oguri Cap Prime. If my vibes are accurate, so it makes sense that they're gonna come in for the more funny map.
The skill cap isn't bad, it's more just they don't like tech. They more like consistency maps and act maps.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure back in round of 16, when during Oguri Cap Prime's match, like, I talked about how Lava has had such a skill boost in the past year or two from when I first came across them in Insat.
Yeah, I mean all the Taika players are growing, you know. Everyone is improving. I think even you improved, like from the ATJ, from KA Cup when you played to ATJ to like.
It's debatable. Well, depends on which half of my running PI cut you're talking about. First half, worse. Second half, we don't talk about it. But here we go. Sachika Yakisode for Last Fortune. Lava Inigo for Oguri Cap Prime. Let's see if they can, or if they're able to prevent the sweep. Oh no, Lava already finding a couple misses even before the circle even decreases.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but it's luckily on the very beginning of the map, so even though it's 22k later because it's score B2, so the score might even itself out after a while, but another miss from Lava will give them an even huge score boost now. Yeah, in case the viewers don't know, the flashlight is on V1, so any miss will be catastrophic for any of those teams. And yeah, you can immediately see both players from Brad Fortune missing, but so does Indigo. And now it's Lava holding the highest combo here, and everyone's trying to hit the slider.
Dude, I hate V1 sliders so much. I don't understand how they're supposed to be played.
You just tap them. Okay, another miss from Lava. Well, now no more very high combos from Oguri Cap Prime. There's only Indigo who's almost in the 200s now, and now Yakisoda is in the 200s. But there's definitely a combo lead favoring Oguri Cap Prime. Another miss from Indigo, and from Lava as well. There's no more combos left for Oguri Cap Prime, and now Yakisoda is my shine, but another miss from them as well. A lot of the players here seem to struggle with holding it strong against this map, and this map is very brutal. 60k lead favoring in Last Fortune currently, and Sachika is trying to get in the 300s combo, holding 200 combo on the lowest, smallest circle size.
Yeah, for most of this map, it's just everybody's been taking turns, reaching 200 combo, and then missing immediately. Sachika finally gonna blink and lose that 300 combo, but the damage has been done. Well, there was a lot of damage done with that combo. 115,000 point
slider.
lead, but another slider. Yakisoda and Lava able to hit it the highest. Sachika and Inigo kind of struggled on it, but it did not affect the score in really any meaningful way.
Yeah, definitely less fortunate managed to get a huge dominance on this map from the very start, and they managed to uphold it
Wait,
almost from the very end. There's still 1/3 of the map left, however, and they could still shift back. I mean, the score lead did shrink, favoring going Capricorn by like 40, 30k.
Yeah, because both players were able to hold on to that 200 combo pretty long, all things considered. And Nigo finally dropping his combo, which is gonna swing the momentum back over to Last Fortune as that score lead balloons even further than it was before. And unfortunately, it's not looking like we're gonna see an Oguri Cap Prime point just yet as we approach the end of Flashlight. Tachika at 450 combo. See if he's able to keep that up for the rest of the map. Because that is doing a lot of work in ballooning that score combo. And as soon as it hits 500, it's gone.
On the last section.
But still, very dominant point for Last Fortune nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, Igor did manage to kinda match scores of Last Fortune, and Belav unfortunately not being very comfortable with this map. They did have a good act, however, but a lot of misses and very consistent misses, which dragged the score a lot down. So 4-0, and Last Fortune might be picking their last map if Oguri Cap Prime won't get a point.
Yeah, but before we get there, it's time for our second round of bans.
Oh yeah, true, I forgot.
We'll start off with Oguri Cap Prime. There are quite a few options, most probably. I can't imagine. Oh, I haven't seen DT2, but I have to imagine it's not very fun. They're taking their time to think about it. Probably.
I mean, just
panicking.
That would be the best option to ban at this point. I mean, DT2 seems to be the most good at the map. I mean, Hidden Hard Rock maybe too with this insane roster of Gekisou and Sachika. Other than that, I have not really any idea what else I should potentially ban. Maybe ZDT.
Okay. Well, I wonder if I had any influence on that, because if I did, it was a mistake on their part.
No, I think it's a solid ban. This map is not very that easy. It's kind of difficult pattern-wise. I think they could potentially lose against
No.
They banned the checklist too. Unlucky.
The map is so fun to watch.
Hey, you still have a lot of good maps to watch. There's no mod 4, there's no mod 5, there's no mod, no actually there's no mod, no more no mods. There's Hard of DT, there is 3 mods on a dev.
I love the way that I love the way that it's mapped though. It's very, very satisfying. But
it's checklist mapping basically.
I've heard a lot of talk about that map. I have never seen it before.
It's basically just very weird snapping. So that snapping changes basically every second.
Yeah.
Like to the vocals, basically, like checklist was mapped.
But enough grieving the dead. We see a Hard Rock DT pick from Last Fortune. OD11 with the mods applied. Some weird snapping changes.
I'm really surprised what they're gonna get on this map. This map is not easy to hack. I think I know some of the players that are top players that got like 96 hack and FC and say that was a good score, which is crazy. But I don't know. This map really is pushing it to the limit with the consistent hack. However, Lava is known to be a very good consistent player, and so they could potentially have a chance to maybe strike back for Last Fortune. But they need to avert against Suti and Sajika, which, I mean, yeah, both shown throughout the map that they're very dominant and definitely can show their dominance on those type of places as well.
Yeah, I think this has only been played one time this weekend, and that was the last match, jorttt Podium versus Marbles. And top score we saw there was 1.06 from Never. So that's like not even close to a max score. So I'm excited to get some more information on what a good play on this is like. We're gonna see Suti find a miss immediately in the intro on practically nothing. Lava trades it back soon after though. And some more.
Yeah, this map is insanely brutal on slow as because for some reason it's impossible to not miss on slow SV sections for some reason, and Suti managed to find an unfortunate miss. But it'll be traded back by Lava by a huge margin, and now 80k lead is favoring Last Fortune on the very first seconds of the map. I'm getting into the first Shrimp past SV section, and Lava tripping out a little bit, but holding back the rhythm.
And Suti, despite the miss early on, going to be leading the charge in accuracy just barely underneath 99%, which so far very impressive. And Sachika impressive in their own right, holding that high, well, that low 98 FC. And Irie performing like more what we would expect on a map like this, where FC but pretty low accuracy, all things considered.
Yeah, and despite Suti finding him an early miss, I mean, almost getting 99 AC of this map on an 11 OD map with snappings and slow SB sections is mental. This map is not easy. He managed to drop a little bit of accuracy there, but still 19.5 AC is insane. And Eerie, unfortunately, finding misses on the slow SB section, as I said, it's probably the most difficult section of the map.
Oh, is it because, like, you can't really tell what snapping the node is?
Yeah.
And because
no, I think, yeah, because of high of D, like, you can't really recognize when to hit the node perfectly, so you just miss.
That makes sense. I mean, I have to imagine that OD11 kind of does some weird things to the game that it's really not supposed to. But Lava gonna find a couple more misses on this stream, on another one of these streams as we approach the end of the map. Suti not able to get that 99%, but still able to cross the 1.1 million score barrier
insane.
nonetheless.
Yeah, despite missing on the very end and in the middle of the map, I mean, 1.13 million is insane on this map. This could potentially be a top score unless Suti managed to fix the score in the upcoming match in a couple hours against jorttt Podium, if they win, of course. But that's an insane team score from both of the players.
And with that dominant performance, it's going to take Last Fortune up to match point 5-0. It's oguri Cap's prime pick. They're going to go with Hidden Hard Rock as their last attempt to try to snag a point off of this team.
Oh, very interesting pick. I would not expect them to pick this. We're going to see Hidden Hard Rock. Yeah, if you don't notice the stream map with Hidden Hard Rock, it's very, very like uncomfortable patterns and some offhands.
Yeah, there's kind of a interesting pick because does Oguri Cat Prime have any Hidden Hard Rock players?
I mean, you'd say Inigo is a Hidden Hard Rock player. He played a lot of Hidden Hard Rock on TTF2. I don't know about Eerie, however. All I know in enemy teams, Yakuza and Such definitely can play Hidden Hard Rock, so I mean, throwing this against that team is kinda crazy, but I mean, maybe they have something up their sleeve from this map.
Okay, looking. This is the first Hidden Hard Rock map that Oguri Cat Prime is playing since qualifiers, and obviously that qualifiers Hidden Hard Rock not really comparable to this Hidden Hard Rock, but nevertheless, Irie was able to actually get 10th on the map overall, like individually, with 1.08 million. So clearly, Irie at least has some level of Hidden Hard Rock ability. And Inigo down there at 20th with 1.055. So yeah, both very good scores, really. So they can at least understand Hidden Hard Rock.
Yeah, and there's also stream up like the Hidden Hard Rock qualifiers, so definitely they have some upper advantage on this maybe. But yeah. We can see Sachika and Yakuza holding 99 on the very, very beginning of the map, and soon about to see the unholy streams that are about to show on the map. But Eerie is going to find an early miss, giving Last Fortune a slight lead of 40k in the first seconds. And here is the stream. Oh, but that's a very huge change from Sachika that immediately dropped all the way like 30k down. However, they're still holding a very strong lead of 40k, so they're still fine. Another miss from Sachika here. Both Inigo and Yakuza are still holding FCs, however, Yakuza... that's the biggest caster curse
wow.
ever.
Oh my god.
That's gotta be the biggest caster curse ever.
As soon as you say that, both Yakuza and Inigo find a miss, one note apart from each other.
Yeah, basically on the same note. So there's no more FCs left, however, Yakuza is still holding the highest AC on the lobby, 98.65, and it still somehow or stays the same. But 82k lead favoring Last Fortune halfway through the map. So I guess we're gonna find another miss, but that's not gonna really budge the score that much. Even with Yakuza miss, there's still 70k lead favoring Last Fortune.
This death stream not going over well for Irie or Inigo. It's mighty unfortunate because they were kind of keeping it in arm's reach until that point. But now Last Fortune's up 180,000 and counting, and now, especially now that both players have reached that 400 combo cap. Again, Sachika gonna find a miss immediately afterwards. All right, so gonna stem the bleeding a little bit.
Sachika only finding misses on the slow sections. I realized, like they hit every single stream. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think the rest of the map is basically just Futsu to the very end. So I mean, 200k lead. I don't think Last Fortune will be dropping that lead any day of the week. So I'm pretty sure that should be the last nail to the coffin 4 for Oguri Cat Prime. Yeah, the last spinner of Doom. And yeah, that's gonna be a very, very clean 6-0 sweep for Last Fortune.
Yeah, so far the only wait, never mind. 816 swept Choke Nation. Never mind. Whoops.
Yeah.
But it was a valiant effort from Oguri Cap Prime. It's just the entire top 8 really of this tournament is just on such another level from
Yeah.
everybody else. Very
I mean,
clear
they
class
still,
divide.
Yeah, they still come very, very far, and I mean, they did perform very good, I would say. They didn't perform bad throughout the match, but like, I mean, you can't really beat the Japanese TVC roster, if you want to call Yakisoda and Suti TVC players. I will call them TVC players, even though they didn't play. But yeah, very, very strong performance. And yeah, Last Fortune, congratulations. You will be advancing forward to the next match, which is actually happening 3 hours against the CTT Podium. So it's going to be a very, very interesting match to see, definitely. We're going to see Seed 8, which is slightly underseeded, versus the C4 of Last Fortune. So we're going to see Yakisoto Suri against Achika versus against Fractal, Never, and Aurora Phasmata. Which definitely is going to be a match that you guys need to watch. It's going to be a very cinema match.
That's not on my tournament bracket yet.
I don't think you updated it yet. But yeah, anyways.
But yeah, until then, that's all we have for you. All we have for you now.
Yep.
See you in that match.
Yes, I was Casting and Saga as well. So yeah, we'll see you guys in 3 hours.
Well, I probably am. I'm not.
Well, I am.
See Xyro next time.
Yeah, see me next time.